Boo! Ha! Surprise, it's me! So we're nearly at the end of October, the spookiest month of the year, and it's just dawned on me that I have not done much October spooky Halloween related content. So I thought it would be fun, or maybe scary, if we revisited some Bishoujo statues, some horror Bishoujo statues that I have opened, but I have not actually covered in a video yet. And for today's, I will be covering horror Bishoujo Ash from The Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. And also, horror Bishoujo Michael Myers from the Halloween series of Halloween spooky movies. Yeah. And here they are. So, horror Bishoujo Ash was released, I believe, around September of last year. So I've had this one for quite a while now. Whereas Michael Myers, I believe she was released in April of this year. So I haven't had her for that long. But anyway, why don't we start with horror Bishoujo Ash Williams. Groovy. So let's start off with the box for Ash. As you can see, I kept the box from the statue. I have no place to put it, and it's cluttering up my home. Anyway, so just a little personal backstory with Ash Williams and The Evil Dead. This used to be my favorite horror series when I was a kid. Actually saw Army of Darkness first when I was actually on holiday in Malaysia, and I think I was maybe eight or nine when I first saw it, and it was like, wow, this is funny and it's scary, but it's so cool. There's a dude with a chainsaw in his hand. But anyway, let's look at the box, shall we? So at the front, we have the illustrated Ash with the chainsaw hand, the nice Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn Ash Williams in a bloody font there, and horror Bishoujo statue, arranged by Shunya Yamashita as always. The Bishoujo little badge right here. We also have the Evil Dead 2 logo up here, and of course, the Kotobukiya logo over here. Let's flip her the boxer. So on this side, we have a better look at the lovely illustration of Ash. I'm stroking her thigh because I'm a weirdo. We just have the Ash Williams name here. Chainsaw, I don't know why I'm pointing that out. Horror Bishoujo statue. This is a really nice box. By the way, I really like the design of it. On the back, we have some photography of the actual statue, so slightly different angles. Very bloody, as you see. There is a lot of blood in Evil Dead 2, and that's the version they're basing the Lady Ash off of. It comes with the Necronomicon Ex Mortis Book of the Dead as well. It's actually, we'll take a look at this later, but it's actually attached to this faceplate here. Anyway, let's move along. And on this side, we have like cut out of the side holes from the face of the Book of the Dead. It's so scary. That's what I scared you with at the beginning of this video. You were pretty scared, weren't you? Yeah. Ash Williams, horror Bishoujo statue, warnings for the kitties, whatever. And at the top, we just have another photo and the Ash Williams wording, all that stuff. Not that interesting. At the bottom, all the blah. I really do like the designs of these horror Bishoujo statue boxes. They really, put the effort into, making it gross and horrifying or whatever. Yeah, that was not a good description of it, but just for comparison's sake, this is a DC Bishoujo statue. When it comes to the comic book characters, look, it's just the illustration here, color block, white block. It's not, it's about the same for each of them. But with the horror ones, you get a lot of blood and it's very suitable. Anyway, let's have a look at a statue now. So here is Lady Ash's face. She's got like that Bruce Campbell, male Ash, smarmy look. She's like saying, groovy, or come get some. The stuff that Duke Nukem says as well, because Duke Nukem just ripped off a lot of his lines. Groovy, yeah. Let's go! This is my boomstick! Yeah, she would say that as a lady though, not like in a weird man voice like I did. So you can see she's got the scar on her lip like in the movie. I really like how they actually, you know, took the time to put in these little details of the movie. Let's pervily go down her body. So she's got the strap that holds the boomstick on her back. Yeah, and it's strategically right between the boobs right there. How about that? Oh, you can see there's like a little bit of a frilly lingerie pattern on there. Of course, they like to make these things a little extra sexy. Moving down the body as we perv out some more. Got some battle damage on that shirt right there, some scratches across her chest. Yeah, and she's wearing short shorts because they like to make these things extra sexy. More battle damage of that shirt right there. And then onto the boots. Yep, not much you can say about these boots. Sorry about my big old face there. Yep. And you have the boots right there. And well, this is another one of those that came with the base plate attached, which I really like. And this is a pretty nice base plate. So if you've seen the movie, a big part of it is that there's like demons or like a witch lady in the basement, Henrietta, and you know, Ash has to go down and like kill her. So that's pretty much what the base plate is. It's Ash standing atop of the cellar door from the cabin in Evil Dead. And as you can see here, there is like a chain. It's actually a real chain. It's not like, you know, sculpted to like be stationary on the base plate. You've got a little hand of Henrietta, I assume, crawling out from underneath the cellar door. And of course, as I pointed out earlier, there's the Necronomicon right there. Unfortunately, this is actually sculpted onto the base plate, which it would have been nice if it was loose, but then again, you know, at least it won't go like, you won't lose it as easily. Not that this is a complaint at all, but I think it would have been cool if like you could actually lift this thing up, but you know, it's not really a complaint at all from me. This is a really cool figure. Hey, why don't we look at her ass for some reason? Because I like butts. If they're there, but every statue, whether male or female, I like to do a close-up of the butt. I said what in the butt. That was not at all pervy. Anyway, oh yes, and then of course there's the boomstick here. This is not actually... Is this, can you actually, I've never actually tried, okay, I'm not gonna try and pull that out, but I'm pretty sure you cannot pull that out. And then lastly, let's just look at that chainsaw, shall we? Ooh, look at that. That's the noise a chainsaw makes. So yeah, that's pretty much Horror Bishoujo Ash. Because of nostalgia, this is one of my favorite figures, because I love the Evil Dead. And sexy Ash from the Evil Dead? Yes, please, and yes, I have it. Yeah. Let's move on. So now, onto the box for Bishoujo Michael Myers. So, as you can see, it's a different font. This is the Halloween font, if I'm not mistaken. And, well, we have Horror Bishoujo statue Michael Myers here. Arranged by Shunya Yamashita, as always. And then the illustrated version of anime Michael Myers, to put it bluntly. We have the Halloween logo up here, John Carpenter's Halloween, in case you didn't know it was by John Carpenter. And then the Bishoujo badge, and then the Kotobukiya logo in the other corner. So on the left side of the box, we have the full illustration. I like that we have the full illustration on one side of the box. We have the pumpkin here, the mask there. These are all things that are actually on the figure itself. The lady Michael Myers here, would her name be like Michelle Myers? Mickey Myers? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Girls can also be called Michael if they want. I'm not saying that they can't. Anyway, Horror Bishoujo statue in the back here. Halloween logo, of course, and Kotobukiya logo there. So the back here is a lot different to the Evil Dead 2 box. I don't believe there is as much blood in the Halloween movies as the Evil Dead movies, but they kind of gave it this sort of neonish 80s lighting. Halloween feels like it's a very 80s kind of horror movie. Anyway, we've got two different angles of the actual model here. We've got the little Michael Myers mask there, close up of the knife, bit of her back. Yes, very seductive and deadly. And then on the other side we have the door opening. I think that's a thing in the Halloween series, a door opening. Like with the Evil Dead one, you have the cutout from the Book of the Dead, and here you have a door opening. Very scary. I know I get like the shivers and goosebumps whenever I see a door open, especially if it's orange, the spookiest color of all. Look at this, you've got a pumpkin on the top. Why didn't they put the pumpkin on the side? That would have probably been a little spookier. I guess this is, it fits better on the top anyway. Yes, you've got a cutout of a pumpkin on the top. Halloween means pumpkins. Well, jack-o'-lanterns. I should have said jack-o'-lanterns. Replace every instance of me saying pumpkin with jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah. Thanks. So that's the box. Now let's look at the figure. So here is sexy Michael Myers. Look at her face there. Michael Myers doesn't actually have any catchphrases, I think, so I can't be all like, I'm Michael Myers. I'ma stab you with this knife. You're not gonna have sexy time when I'm around. That's sort of what he says. Jamie Lee Curtis, stop running around with no bra. It's a very docile looking kind of face there she's got there. A little blood splatter on the cheek, purple lipstick like a emo kid, ponytail. It's an interesting interpretation of what a lady Michael Myers would look like without her mask on. She's also stripping her jumpsuit off, if you can see with your eyes, which you are using right now. She's got a bloody kitchen knife right there. While we're in the vicinity, let's look at the boobs, because yeah, that's what we do. Are you happy? Moving pervertedly down the figure, you've got some blood here on the inside of the jumpsuit. She should have kept that on if I were her. Bit more blood splatter here. It's a bit baggy around the pants as well, so not a form-fitting jumpsuit this is. We've got her boots, a nice little jack-o'-lantern here, and here is the Michael Myers mask. I think it would have been cool if they actually made like a removable head where you could put the mask on the top, like a mask head, but they didn't. And you know, again, this isn't a complaint. This is just like, oh, that would have been cool, because it would have been cool. Like the other one, like the Ash statue, she is attached to the base plate, which I love. I love never having to put things into the base plate if I have to, because I have these bumbly man hands. So, you know, in normal situations, the mask would just sit right here. Anyway, let's turn her around and perv on the butt. Yeah, you can't really see much butt because these are not form-fitting trousers there. But let's go in close because all my figure videos have to have butt shots. There she is from behind. This appears to be like a sports bra or something she's wearing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So there it is. That is Horror Bishoujo Michael Myers. Also a very nice statue. I don't really have a big history with the Halloween film series. I don't even remember if I've actually seen them, but I do recall the feeling of fear one has when they see a horror movie, and I might have seen it when I was younger and just blocked the memory, but you know, me being a Bishoujo statue freak, I got this anyway. And it's a really nice statue. Not one of my favorites, but I do like the design, the form. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it. So let's do some close-up shots of Ash and Michelle Myers, or Michael Myers, lady. So there you have it. Horror Bishoujo Michael Myers from the Halloween series, and Horror Bishoujo Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn, and also other Evil Dead things, but this is based on the Evil Dead 2 movies. Whatever. Oh, Ash. Oh, Ash. I love you. Oh, Michael. Let us kiss now. Horror Bishoujo statues are really cool. It's a pretty novel idea, I feel. Like I said earlier, Ash is probably my favorite of all the Horror Bishoujo statues. A lot of it is nostalgia, but, you know, to be honest, the detail in this, there's like so many little details, like the fraying of the clothes right there, chainsaw, the little scar on her lip. It's all, oh, of course, the base plate with the chain on the cellar door, the Necronomicon, the fact that you don't need to actually manually put it into the base plate itself. Yeah, it all adds up to a really, really nice figure. And of course, I love the Evil Dead movie series. But that's not to say that I don't like the Michael Myers one either. It's really nice as well. It's probably like the opposite. It's really clean. There's no blood and like no damage and everything. It's more about, you know, just kind of just like it's got a kind of ghostly feel to it, like a slasher sometimes does, you know. Whereas this one is more rough and tumble raw. This one is like, oh, you should kind of be creeped out by me, or something like that. I don't know if you can still get these. Like all Bishoujo statues, they're all limited run and they last maybe a couple of months after release. But I'm sure you can find it on eBay or something. I would really recommend them. Probably the Ash more because I'm partial to Ash. That's it for this spooky edition of Unboxing Stuff, where we today have just really revisited two things that I have already unboxed in the past off camera. Please like and subscribe to me if you can, or just in general to help out creators on YouTube. That's it. I don't know any songs from either of these things. I'm on the highway to hell. I don't think that song is on either of them. Yeah, I just need to sing to get out. Hell was in that song. Yeah.
Boys and girls of every age, would you like to hear something strange? Come along and you will see this our town of Halloween. Yeah, I'm sick of this already.